celebration for that big Miami win?
Yeah, it was good to go on the road and get a win like that, but right now we're still focused on the rest of the season, and the biggest thing we're trying to do is just respect all of our opponents, go in there and play the best game we can. I think there's a lot we can get better at and a lot of work we can do.
It's got to be a different mood right now than just 3 weeks ago. What a difference 3 weeks must have made.
Yeah, it is, definitely, and that's the biggest thing. We just realized that there was a lot of football left, and there was a lot of things that we can do to kind of turn our season around, and I think we're on the right path of doing that. I think we can still play a little better, but we need to just keep the focus and realize what has gotten us our success and keep doing that.
When you watch the film of you, is it kind of two extremes, like really, really good plays and some plays?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's some good plays. There's always some positives, but there's some things that obviously I can do better. And I would say just my game management and things like that. Just knowing when to take sacks, throwing the balls away, things along that lines. But that's what we work on every day. I think there's some things like that I can get better at.
What will you carry from that as far as making the late mistake here in the last 5 minutes with the interception, but then being able to settle down and come back and make the plays that you need?
I mean, I think the biggest thing I can look at is just, look at the mistake, look at the throw I made down on the goal line, realize that, it probably wasn't the smartest decision to try to squeeze one in there, just throw it away, or, don't get a negative play and just settle for a field goal, which would really help us out right then. But, just things like that, just learning from my mistakes and trying to become a better player.
A little your baseball instinct there, though, right? I mean, you got to flush it because there's still more to be played.
Yeah, there was still a lot of time left, and we got the ball back and were able to go down there and score and make it a game. So I thought that was a good team when they kind of picked me up. I think getting third and short and then a fourth and short. That was a really, really big job by Jamie and the offensive line to go in there and pick those first downs up that really helped us get that field goal.
What's your take on C.J. Spiller for Heisman hype that's starting to build back up?
I mean, he's good. I mean, caught a touchdown. Running the ball, returning kicks, things like that. I mean, you just don't see a whole lot of players in college football be able to do that. He's just an all-around athlete and makes a lot of plays.
Would you describe yourself as stubborn? And is that necessarily not a bad thing?
I mean, I wouldn't really say stubborn, but sometimes when I'm out there, I just do things that I guess are kind of ill-advised. That's just how it happens. But I think I can work on them and get better and try to make a little bit better decisions.
Can that make you maybe a better player, though, at times? Because, you kind of have that grit, so to speak?
I mean, some plays happen that I shouldn't have thrown the ball there. If you look at it on film, you're just like, why did you do that? And then they end up good. But, I guess that's just the game of football. Whenever you're out there just trying to make plays and trying to compete, good things are going to happen and bad things are going to happen.
Are you surprised where 3 weeks ago you guys lose to Maryland and going on the road and beating Miami? Are you surprised how far this team has come in a short period of time?
I think the biggest thing is we realize that we have a lot of potential and we never quit. It would have been easy for us to get down whenever we lose those 2 games and realize our season's not going in the direction we wanted to. But the biggest thing is our guys didn't give up. They came back and worked hard, and they realized that there was a lot of football left. And I think this is just us reaping the benefits of coming out and working hard and not giving up and really putting the time in and putting in the effort.
All the Spiller Heisman talk, could you imagine anybody on any team around the nation doing more for their team than he's done through 7 games?
Not at all. Throughout the year, whenever we need a big play, he always steps up and he's always there, scoring points. And special teams, just whenever he gets the ball, something special is going to happen. Really, I don't think there's a player in the nation that just has his athletic ability and the potential and the ability to do what he does on a football field.
Being on the field and watching him do what he does, you get a different perspective, and then you find yourself going.
Yeah, I've never been around a guy that is that talented before, and I guess everyone on the team really appreciate what he does and realize that we're watching something special and just hope that we can put him in a situation where he gets what he deserves.
Is it fun to think that you can throw it just about as far as you can and he'll still run under it?
Yeah, that's about what happened on that play. I thought I overthrew him, but looking at it, I think he may have outran it. But he's just so fast, he can just take off and run past people.
It reminds me of that G-Tech play, very similar, right? Same throw, and you just let it go.
Yeah.
And there he was.
Do you keep up with the ACC standings? A lot of players say they don't, but do you take a look at it and say, all right, we're in first place now?
I've seen it since we've been in first place. You know, it's so. I mean, from week to week, you never know what's going to happen with them. ACC is so weird like that, and then we just get caught up in watching, you know, the film and getting ready for the opponent that we don't have time. I mean, I don't think any player really has time to sit back and try to figure out what'll happen if we lose or if we win. We're just going out every week and trying to prepare to win. So that's the biggest thing. We're just going to try to take it week by week and see where we end up at the end of the season.
But you guys know you control your own destiny at this point.
Yeah, obviously we do, and you know, despite the tough time we had at the beginning of the season, right now we're in a pretty good spot, and I think that if we come out and prepare week to week, we'll be where we want to be at the end of the season.
Does it seem strange that you guys could conceivably be back in Miami playing in the Orange Bowl, that despite a couple of tough losses, you guys are still a BCS contender?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this team, if we play the rest of the season like we're capable of, we'll be worthy of being able to be there. And but you know, that's a little far into the future. I think what we need to do is just, you know, come out, work hard, and not take anything for granted, and continue the track that we're on, and continue to play hard.
What has it meant for you to have guys like Michael and Dwayne to throw to? It seems like Michael especially and Dwayne have become real strong weapons in the passing game.
Yeah, they're stepping up and making plays, and you know, during fall camp we could tell that our tight ends are really talented and they were going to have to contribute a lot, and I think Michael's done a good job of that, you know, all year long, stepping up and making catches and crucial points in the games. And then Dwayne comes in after, you know, Palmer gets hurt, and I think he catches 5 or 6 balls and really plays well, and that's what we expect. He's a redshirt freshman. He's just getting, you know, used to everything, but he's a tremendous athlete. He's probably, you know, one of the best players we've got on the team. He's got tons of potential, and it's good to see him get in there and you know, get some balls.
Have you guys made